Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Strompcast, episode 196, just 4 off the big 200. But before we look to the future, we must talk about the present. And with me, I've got my three co-hosts today, even willing to discuss the sort of last week of action. But first, let me introduce them for you. First up, we've got Danny, man. How you doing today, man?
Feeling good, bro. Big dub. So, really improved my weekend, even though my fantasy football teams all shot the bed for those watching. I lost by 0.5 on one game. I outscored every other team on my other league, on my big boy league. It's $350 buy-in, except for the guy I lost to. And then the other one was a disaster. But fuck that Sporting one, so I don't really care about that. Feeling great, bro.
Is that $350 Canadian buy-in, or is that like?
Yeah, so it's like $2 American, £8 maybe.
£8, it's nothing. It's worth.
But for us, god damn it, brother.
For us, bro, that's expensive money.
I'm starving this month.
Yeah, from one team to another.
Dinner.
Mr. Richard, how you doing today, man?
I'm good. Sporting won. Betamar won this weekend. Not a lot of people know that unless you're in the know. I'm good. It would have been nice if Portugal could have dropped some points. They were so close yet again and managed to pull one out. But we take the Sporting win. Probably one of our better games this season, so we're happy with it.
Yeah, most definitely. And last but not least, Chris, how you doing today, man?
Yeah, it was honestly like a really good game from basically start to finish from us. Felt pretty happy about it. Got to see our boy Hoomland. Wasn't just a one-hit wonder. Almost scored another one in this game from distance.
Yeah.
Dude's got a ripper. And he played a good game as well. Gyökeres he had the one game where he played like Shermiti, but he's back to just like having like 15 fouls suffered. Like 19 duels won, 18 shots, goal assist, just does it all.
No yellow this game too, right?
Somehow.
No yellow.
Miracle.
So there's a lot to be happy about, I would say. And we're joint top of the table as well.
Yeah.
It's a very informal vista. Yeah, most definitely. And of course, you can follow me here as well. But most importantly, make sure you follow all things Alvalade on social media, X, Facebook, Instagram, all the good stuff, and especially on YouTube and where you get your podcast from. We shall be there. But without further ado, let's get into the game itself. And that was Sporting versus Moreirense on Sunday, as per usual, the late kickoff on a Sunday. A 3-0 victory, and the lineup is as followed. Dan in goal, Inacio Coates, Diamonde, Esgaio, Nuno Santos, Hjulmand, Morita, Pedro Gonçalves, Marcus Edwards, and Gyökeres. Goals from Gyökeres, Hjulmand, and Diamonde. Off the bench came Matheus Reis, Jenny Catamo, Paulinho, Daniel Bragança, and Trincao. Danny, I'll start off with you. What were your overall thoughts on this game?
Yeah. Overall, I mean, first half was kind of like dull. We didn't start off on the best of the best way possible. They almost had an amazing like sneaky counterattack goal, hit off the post. Other than that, though, it was almost like after that we kind of woke up all Sporting from the get-go. We could have had at least 2 goals in the first half alone. Chris alluded to one where Hjulmand hit the post off a banger. Morita hit the post off another one. Morita, who had a fucking incredible game, didn't get on the score sheet, didn't get an assist. Maybe he was robbed of a goal from Esgaio, actually. I'm not sure if that was going towards the net or not. Tough to say. At first, I actually even said in the group chat that Esgaio was well off. But then after looking at it a few times, you guys were right. It was really close. I don't know how much. Yeah. It was closer than I thought it was at first, too. But, I mean, Morita, even on that play alone, I know it didn't count, obviously, but Morita wins the ball in the midfield, passes it out wide, drives into the middle to get it, and then sort of like cuts the shot across the keeper. Again, like I said, whether it's going in or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's tough. That's tough. My boy Esgaio, I might have to start predicting him to score a goal because I feel it. And
feel it in your bones.
I feel a goal coming from Esgaio. Maybe in Europa League. Maybe that's what I'm feeling. Maybe it's indigestion as well. I'm not sure. One of the two. But Ishgayu, another quick comment on Ishgayu. I mean, I remember fighting for him in our end of season review, saying like, let's keep him.
Oh, you want to die on that hill?
My boy is balling, bro, and with performances that he's putting in, I'm surprised I didn't see Freshneta. But with the performances he's putting in, it's gonna be hard for Freshneta to come in because he's doing everything Amorim wants him to do.
I don't know if you guys remember that meme that I made of like the Grim Reaper of Esgaio.
All the right backs.
It's happening, buddy.
Not yet. I'm not ready to add another door to it yet, but
it might happen.
I'll give it like if he doesn't start like if he doesn't start by the end of or mid-October, yo.
Let me tell you now, if Freshneta does not start Thursday,
he has to start Thursday.
Start preparing the meme. But if he doesn't, start preparing it. Because I was expecting him to come in and
I thought he would for sure start this game, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I wasn't surprised to see
all the papers told us that he was going to start as well. Record was saying that he was sort of locked in to start as well.
Mm-hmm. But then the fact that he didn't even sub in is kind of worrying. But then Ishgayu pulls the performance. A 6.1 I think is rough, man. He played much better than Nunes.
I mean, imagine if the goal counts. It's easily a whole point higher if the goal counts.
He's getting at least like a 7-2, 7-3.
True. But anyways, I thought Ishgayu played well. I thought Quach played well. Inacio started off really poor. He was scaring me. Got a yellow red in the beginning. Deserved yellow, but he was scaring me. Gyökeres, I'm sure everybody's going to talk about him. Let me just say, workhorse, apology letter coming soon. Drop one more amazing game, and the apology letter is dropping, brother. Because you did have a stinker against Braga. I won't forget that. So I'm delaying the apology letter, but it's coming soon. Because
some of us don't have to have apology letters ready because it has nothing to apologize for.
Facts. But listen, I'm always looking for the hot takes, bro. And I thought I had one. With this one. I thought maybe 24 million. Let's divide it between maybe two positions. Let's get a goalkeeper instead of busting our load on a championship striker, which I respect the championship. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't expect him to be this much of a workhorse.
Championship in MLS, best leagues in the world, man.
That's a championship.
Fair point. The pinnacles of football: championship, MLS, and Saudi Pro.
God damn, brother. Anyways, but yeah, my only negatives that I'd say that I just want to quickly mention that goal point also has two is Edwards and Pot. Pot has kind of disappeared, and it's been like that for a while. Edwards, I'm not saying he wasn't bad; he was good, but his one-on-ones, I don't know if it's just like I haven't seen him play in forever, but I feel like his one-on-ones, he used to be a lot better than what he is now. I feel like in terms of one-on-ones, it's like Jenny is the only guy in this team that can actually beat a man. Whereas Edwards, I wasn't really seeing him doing that. Fair enough. He was also cutting in a lot more. Each guy was taking over the spot out wide, and I think Edwards is much more suited to be a winger than an inside forward. But, I wasn't too thrilled with his performance against Moreirense. And then Trincão also came in and did fuck all. So I'm curious to see what our 11 is going to be on Thursday because I do think we'll rotate quite a bit, but we'll see. Overall, dominating performance, deserved the win, 3-0, more than deserved. Marcelo, I forgot this guy still existed. I wanted him to get a red within the first 45 minutes because this guy was just hacking our players down. Meanwhile,
not good enough for Chicago Fire 2 years ago, bro.
That says a lot. And
but MLS is one of the top leagues in the world, as Richard said. So it makes sense.
But like Chicago's also not been a
That's the worst team in the league.
That's one of the worst teams. It's like Toronto FC and then Chicago.
Facts. Listen, a journalist asked Schweinsteiger when he signed for Chicago if Chicago has a chance to win the World Cup. So that's all you need to know about Chicago and soccer and football.
He was talking about Club World Cup, man. You never know.
No. He meant the win. And then they asked him again, and he was like, the World Cup. I'm like, oh, you were talking about the World Cup.
Yeah, I remember they gave him a chance to save it, and he just repeated the same question.
He asked it again. Like, he doubled down. I'm like, nope.
But anyways, that's all I had to say about this game. Thrilled. Easily the best performance of the season so far. Now we just got to continue it because next week, another game at home, but a big game nonetheless.
Yeah, Most definitely. Chris, I'll give it on to you next. And I do believe there is a part of this game that requires us to analyze an Adan stinker almost taking place. But yeah, Chris, take it away.
Which one would you when would you say? Would you say it was when he came out of the goal?
The famous like cliche Adan mistake is when he comes out to try and get the ball.
Yeah, you could argue it was maybe a foul, but I think the whole thing's avoided if he just maybe kicks it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Instead of
not even that. I think the defender has it. You don't need to rush out of your net like that.
It's just
running at a snail's pace too, bro. This guy was just going in slow motion. Like
he was really confused when he got up. And yeah, I mean they got it. Like that really was probably one of their best chances. Like he had an open net. It was like from 40 yards out, but he missed it by about like a foot or two. But yeah, I mean I'll be honest. Like it didn't go in the shot on the hit the post.
Yeah.
But that's going in. He's slow. He's the ball's past him by the time his hand hits the ground. Right.
It's another couple inches to
if that's on target, it's in the goal. He's not going to do us any favors. We already knew that. So, yeah, I guess you just got to hope that they put their one or two chances wide of the frame. But yeah, like Danny said, I was really impressed with Morita, Homeland as well. Like immense. He's going to run into problems with the yellow cards in the same way that Palinha was, just because he plays a little rough. You know, same with Gyökeres, same thing. Like if you play a little rough, a little physical, even like not even like ridiculous, but like just like a normal level of physicality, use your body. Like you're gonna encounter more difficulties in Portugal than in a lot of leagues. So yeah, that's definitely going to be like an issue that happens down the line when we're calculating like when the fifth card's going to come. But for now, I guess we don't have to worry about it. Backline was solid. I think Inácio set the record for most completed passes in a league game this season.
Really?
Yeah. So I think just sheer number of completed just passes. Volume passer. Diamande got a goal and was solid as well. I went back and looked because I was like, how much did Diamande cost? It was 7.5 plus 5 for 80% of his pass. I mean, I don't know what those objectives are, but he's gonna hit them, right? If it's like minutes played, games played.
Yep.
I'm assuming.
So 12.5 million. It's just, again, it's a pricey player, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like it's worth it, right?
If it's minutes played, he might be okay because St. Juice, he's going to come back and steal his spot.
Yeah. So, I mean, the big money boys, Homeland, Gyökeres, Diamande, all scored in this game.
They all got to go. All the new boys scored.
That's a big investment right there. Just those three players alone. That's almost 40 million right there alone.
Sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I can't really complain about any of their output so far.
No.
But fuck Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards pissed me off with this game.
He's been pissing me off all season and dating back to last season.
I know this game I was just I don't know.
Hoth, I am actually willing to forgive a little bit more for his like bad performances. And I was actually interested, but Ruben Aberdeen actually mentioned this in the press conference. He said that he is the one that is he's not doing Pot any favors by constantly playing him in different positions.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't even he almost never plays in like his theoretical best position, which I guess is like 10.
Yeah.
He's sitting just behind the striker.
Yeah, so he plays in mid, he plays 8, he plays winger. Yeah, he sometimes plays false 9. So like
the fact that he actually pulled him off is a surprise in itself because he usually stays right until the end. I don't know if it's because the game was won, he wanted to rest in for Europa.
Well, he might. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming is he might be playing him on Thursday too.
I don't remember the last time that he was subbed off. Genuinely,
it's been a little bit. Been a while.
Speaking of men who don't get subbed, I think I mentioned on the last pod that Gyökeres just doesn't get subbed off, and yeah, I mean the man doesn't get subbed off. In the 91st minute, he's still running hard as fuck somehow.
Love it.
I actually was a bit shocked that Paulinho didn't get to start, but again, a decent little cameo off the bench. Maybe could have scored.
You know what? because he's the UEFA man, so they're saving all his strength for when he hits his final form on Thursday.
I mean, he should be starting. Even if it's like on the wing, I think he should be starting.
Maybe it's also that injury that he
might not be quite 100%. It might have just been a precautionary thing. He might be fine, but they figure we're probably going to play him on Thursday anyways. Let's just rest him anyways, precautionary. Yeah. Which I get. Like, I'm never going to fault coach for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Richard, what about you? What was your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, not too much to add. Like, outside of the first 10 minutes when we just couldn't get out of our own half, we pretty much dominated the game. And yeah, thank God that Moreirense goal was just enough on the right side of the post to not go in. Because if it's like maybe 2-3 inches more to the left, it's a goal. Like, it's already past the Don. It's in, and we're up shit creek without a paddle. I really wanted Holman to score that banger. He was so close in the first half. I thought Marita had we should have got into the half with the lead. We had enough chances. We had the Ejgaio disallowed goal. We had Marita hitting the post off that kind of fluff chance. Their keeper made a couple of really wicked saves as well. Like, credit to what's his guy's name? Kewen? I went to school with a Kewen. Anyways, their goalie played very well, so shout out to them. Shout out to him, rather. Second half is finally, I feel like once we got the first goal, you could see the nerves calm down a bit. I think if it had stayed scoreless another like 5-10 minutes, you would have started potentially seeing Cruzaball, and it would have been that panic play we get. Like Chris said, all the expensive boys and new boys played great. Jokeres played phenomenal. I thought Holman, that was his best game in a sporting shirt, and Diomande getting the goal right near the end, like, that was good. No complaints other than Pot didn't have a great game. And Edwards just continues to kind of frustrate people. I'm surprised Edwards got the start as well. No,
yeah.
See, I'd be happy to bench him next game and throw Trincao in.
Yeah, I am a little surprised he got the start over Trincao, but then Trincao came on. Okay, the game was 2-0, but he didn't do much either. It looked worse, bro. It looked worse than that.
It was like the first 6 months of last season Trincao, not the last 3 months of last season.
Yeah, it was not the last like 3-4 months of Trincao. We got like first 4 months Trincao, which was not great at times.
I think Edwards didn't play a single minute the last game we played. That's probably why. I can't remember. I don't know if that's true. I'm pretty sure he was on the bench for ages. He might have made a little cameo.
I don't think. I was about to say, like, was this his first or start this season? Maybe second.
I think maybe
if it's not his second, it is his first. He started a ton of games. Yeah. Other than that, like, no real complaints. Paulinho on the bench, which didn't shock me too much. We knew he was coming off a bit of a strain or a knock or whatever. I expect to see on Thursday a somewhat shifted around lineup. You'll probably see a few different faces. We might get our wish of seeing Big Franco Israel in goal instead of Adan, which, if you're going to experiment with him, you might as well make him a cup keeper at the very least. So I expect to maybe see him get a start. I would expect Paulinho back in the lineup. You might see that might be the game where you see Fredesneda come in over Ejgaio. Although Ejgaio's playing well, you may want to roll with the hot hand. Who knows? I really was hoping I got done like slandering Ejgaio too. I was at my uncle's house. I was with my cousin who's a Benfiquista, the piece of crap, and he's like, "Yeah, my buddy's a Sportingista. He hates this guy." I'm like, "Fucking Ejgaio." And then he scores. I'm like, "See, that's our goat, Cardo Ejgaio. Don't talk shit about Ejgaio. Call your friend, he has no fucking ball." And then they call a goal back. I was like, I take it back. I'll take it back. Never mind. But good for him. I'm glad to see him coming into form. Danny wanted to die on that hill last season, and it might be he might
be here.
At the moment he's holding the hill. Whether he can keep the high ground is another story. But
to my defense, I didn't say starter. I did say backup.
You did.
And right now he's looking like a solid.
You're holding court right. You're holding position right now. We're waiting to see what happens.
Well, I mean, he was literally unplayable, even as anything, as recently as like
Well, Steph wanted to be the water boy, if you can remember.
Steph was like, this guy couldn't even be the water boy. He's so shit.
He was like, he needs to retire.
I was almost inclined to kind of agree with the guy too. I'm like, you know what? Like, he's not great.
He was literally horrible.
The moment Bellerin started taking pictures in Lisbon, bro, this guy's been unreal, bro.
Bellerin was so good was such a good vibe signing. It's too bad the on field just did not match the vibes. Because God, what immaculate vibes that guy.
I think Bellerin gave the right vibes to Ishgayu. You know,
like, maybe. Oh, you think Ishgayu picked up a little something from Bellerin?
For sure.
Okay.
If Ishgayu comes out with a mullet in the next few months
and like a dirty mustache or something,
exactly.
He's gone the opposite. He's gone for like the prison cut. He's gone full.
He's gone for like a slim shady look with a beard. Like that's what he's kind of gone for.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot else to add to the game. Joqueta's man of the match for me, although I would have also made a case for Holman easily, and I wouldn't have been mad if anybody does pick Holman as their man of the match. Both played great. Big win, another 3 points, which early in the season we haven't got any. What's our next game actually? It's not
Riwa.
Okay.
Well, it's Sturm Graz and then it's Riwa.
And then that's what I'm thinking for domestic. I know it's Sturm Graz on Thursday. Yeah, you don't have any derby games quite yet, although they're going to be approaching. Spam your points now, and then hope someone, which it looks very likely, someone might screw up one of these weeks, the way it's going, and go from there. And then if you get to the derby and you're already ahead a couple points, just fucking grind it out. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on this whole game so far.
Yeah, fair enough. Literally just a second ago, I don't mean this in any offense, but you said Hjulmans like Hjumlander. I don't know how.
I pronounced his name like 4 different ways, I think, this episode. I'm so sorry to the guy. I apologize.
Now I've got like Hjulmand as like Hjumlander as like
someone's got to Photoshop him on the Homeland.
I was just about to say, please, someone
and do that. Change the color saturation to where it's like green on the chest instead of like the red, white, and blue.
We've got some creative people. Hjumlander can be his nickname, I suppose.
Hjumlander, that's the boy. We'll come up with a chant and everything.
Yeah, well, hopefully. I don't know how commentators say his name because I've heard Hjulman, I've heard Hjulmand. It's like I don't know. I don't really know.
I think it's Hulmand or Holman.
I've also Sport TV also call him Morten at times because Ruben Amorim only calls him Morten. That's his first name.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just gave up at some point, bro. Even Jokeres, I've heard like them just say Vitor Comabola, and I'm like, who the fuck is Vitor, bro?
Who the fuck is Vitor Comabola? Yeah. Who the hell is this? Yeah, that's what you get with Sport TV, though. They're not gonna put a whole lot of effort into their broadcasts.
Scumbags.
Their broadcasts are so sad. Like they're just so shit. Like no halftime show. It's like just highlights and commercials on loop, and that's it. Like no analysis.
At least there's not like 45 minutes of commercials. It's usually like one commercial, and then they just go back to like showing the stadium on pan. Like,
and then they
in America, bro, there's legitimately like minutes and minutes of commercials. Like, and that is not the case in that
America.
channel.
You also get like some sort of halftime analysis where there's like a studio show or like the stadium at least like going over. Us, it's like here's the highlights.
No, you know what it is. Also, Sport TV there's always at least one baddie.
There's always there.
The
cameraman is on lock,
and they're like, "All right, bro, you got like 15 minutes to be horny, and then
you get like 5 minutes before. You get 5 minutes like during warm-ups and pregame, and then you get your 10-15 minutes at halftime, and that's it. No
it
more.
generally is. They show like 5 women and then like maybe like 1 child, and that's it. I've never seen them just zoom in on like a
and it's always a kid. It's always a kid
never a guy, bro. It's crazy.
It's always a kid with like their mothers or like their aunt or something, anyways. So like they weren't even looking for the kid. Probably the kid just happened to be there.
Yeah, they were just guessing, like just zooming in, but like maybe here. But yeah, I don't know.
This looks like a spot.
But I digress from that, I suppose. But yeah, Edwards for me in the first half, I thought he was okay. I'm not gonna say I thought he was good, but I thought he was creative.
He had like 2 moments. Like
He did put that through ball to Gyökeres. I think it was Danny who put it in the chat. He's like, Gyökeres doesn't have a left foot because he immediately cut back on his right.
It was Danny who put that because I said the same thing out loud. I'm like, if you had a left foot, that would have been great.
Yeah, and for me, that's robbing Edwards of an assist. Really, obviously, I don't know if it goes in, but it's like that was good setup. And then there was that one ball to Esgar as well, which the defender got. But I just liked how he was being quite creative, and it wasn't coming off. But at least it was good to see. Whereas with Pedro Gonçalves, it just seems like there's no confidence. He has no confidence. Every time he's on the ball, he just looks like he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't have like any confidence in his shot anymore. I don't feel like he just doesn't.
He did
really
drop a defender and then got into his Nuno Santos bag and was like, "Let me Rabona this because."
That pissed me off. I'm like, "Whoa, what are you?"
That did piss me off.
Yeah,
like,
it almost worked
so well. Put it on net or actually get a proper like cross. I know you have a left foot, Pedro. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But anyways,
brother pulled out the Rabona. I'm like, whoa, is boy's been watching his Quaresma comps or something all the time. What the fuck?
And I just want to say to Juicebox, I told you so about Hjulmand, and I said that he was a good player, and he accused me of being an FM Football Manager researcher, and I was like, I'm saying he's a good player, so
FM never lies.
True.
FM never
FIFA
lies.
Career mode lies.
Nor do I. I never lie.
FIFA career mode will lie a lot, but FM career mode's a little more reliable.
Yeah, and like Danny said, Morita was fantastic. Both of them were really good, and I think obviously
Morita deserved a goal.
Hjulmand's rating goes up because of the goal, but I feel like if Hjulmand doesn't score, it'll be the exact same rating because I thought they were both incredible. Backline, Ignacio I thought was actually quite shaky in the first half. I didn't think this was his best game. As the game went on, he improved, but I'll say about Edwards as well. His second half was awful, man. I don't know what happened. He passing balls out of play, not taking anyone on, like losing the ball constantly. And it's just like, I just don't know what's wrong with him. Like, same with Pedro Gonçalves, really. It just doesn't seem like he has any confidence. And even, it's weird because I don't think Trincao has it either. Is it a case where you put Jenny Katama up front? Do you move Nuno Santos up? Or do you just continue with these three, Pedro Gonçalves, Edwards, and Trincao in rotation? Or maybe someone like Alfonso Moreira, he came on in the first game and we haven't seen him since. I don't know. I feel like...
I think you just keep trying to shoehorn Jenny into that role and hope that it works out.
Well, Jenny's played literally everywhere. It's like right back, left wing back, left wing, right wing. It's just like...
the only thing we just haven't put him at like center back and midfield. That's right, like the way we're playing, the way we're going with him.
But yeah, with Paulinho as well, I agree with Chris should have started, but that goal he missed, man, hit the bar. I think it was. I just don't understand how you.
That's also typical Paulinho though too, because in his Sporting career, like in terms of posts, he has to have at least, if it's not double digits, it's almost there.
Close.
Which is unfortunate because he could have a few more goals in his resume for us, but. Yeah,
I feel like he hits the post like every several games or so at least. Like every few
games, he has hit a fair amount. Yeah.
I think just playing with Gyökeres also, it's just like he's a different Paulinho. Like it actually everything that we were saying, everything especially Sam was saying, these last few years in terms of Paulinho not necessarily being like a goal scoring striker, but providing us everything else with Gyökeres, with a guy that can actually score goals or that can actually like run into channels or take the space and body guys. Paulinho just like he can actually be himself. So, even if that's playing on the wing, he's really more interior. And when we're attacking, it's like a 4-4-2, right? So, no, man, I'm with you guys. I'm now on the Paulinho hype train, bro. I'm all aboard, Sam.
I saw someone tweet the expiry date was 2021, and I know for a fact you were not on that train at that point.
You were on the train. Your ass is sat there at the fucking
No. Hold on. I might have still been on that train. I think I fucked off last year, 2022.
Well, then
true, because 2021 was the Bajitkas game as well, where he scored two bangers.
Banging goals.
I was with you guys. But
the thing is,
those like trains in India with like all the people hanging off the side of them. That's what the Paulinho hype train's looking like right now.
There's like 1,000 people on one cart, kind of thing, just hanging off the fucking thing, limbs everywhere.
Grab wherever you can grab onto it. Hold on tight, baby.
Don't stick anything.
Every now and again, there's an accident that you see here on TikTok. We don't talk about those.
But the thing is with Paulinho as well, I think we did need a striker to unlock him because if you remember when Slimani first came in, bear in mind Slimani wasn't great, but Paulinho and Slimani both looked pretty good up top. I'm pretty sure Paulinho scored every time Slimani and him started together.
I know it's crazy that they really didn't do this before. It's
crazy how they didn't think of this sooner.
Because it doesn't have to mean that Paulinho is a bad player, but it just takes a lot of pressure off him, which is I think is what happens. And now obviously he can play with a bit more confidence, a bit more freedom. One player, maybe not in this game, but I would like to see on Thursday's Bragança. I feel like he needs more minutes coming off an ACL, and I've always liked the kid, but lately he's had a few shaky performances. But I think you can be forgiven. Obviously, if you don't play for football for almost a year and a half or something like that. So I just mean. Or maybe Yasuga gets the start, like Archive says. You think Danny would come in for Morita, and then Yasuga comes in. But even last year, Yasuga came in for 3-4 games maybe all season. One against Arsenal as well, which he nearly cost us, to be fair. But but we don't talk about that because
I'm assuming,
but it worked out in the end.
It also seems like Amorim prefers Bragança to come in for Hulman, not so much for Morita, which is a little crazy for me.
Yeah.
But
I'm assuming Bragança probably gets a starter, gets a significant amount of sub minutes this week either way. Yeah. I'd be a little bit surprised if he didn't.
But the thing is, Ruben Amorim, he hates rotation. I remember the Champions League, he would never rotate the team.
It was the same lineup every game.
Or he'd rotate the wrong player. He'd bring off, I don't know, Edwards at 45 minutes just for no reason. Or he'd start... I remember he started Rochinha in one of the Champions League games, I think, maybe against Frankfurt or... Maybe it was against Marseille, actually.
It might have been that disaster Marseille, the second of the disaster Marseille games he might have started.
But I agree. I think it's what you said, Richard, that Israel needs to play in maybe not. I don't know if it's the Europa League's the right decision, but from an interview he said that he's been promised more game time.
Yeah, so it's when are one of those games gonna happen, right?
Because you don't have any cup games. Yeah, you don't have any Toss the Liga games for a bit still. So
those are in November, December.
Yeah, so you've still got almost
and it's 2 games
2 months
guaranteed.
Yeah. But I'm saying I think it's gonna be Taça Portugal and Taça Liga. Usually it's only Taça de Liga because Adan's been playing Taça Portugal as well. I think it might be both the cups. I
assume it's both.
I hope it's for Europa League. I don't think so though. There's no way.
I was trying to think, has there ever been I don't mean to say lesser nation, but Israel started for a team like Uruguay, who's a very good South American team. But it's got under 10 professional appearances under his belt. Has there ever been that in any sort of major national team?
That happened for someone from Argentina once.
Romero, but he used to play for when he was back up to De Gea.
Yes, but he at least was a starter in his career.
There was one he played for before. I think it was Saviola or somebody from Argentina who's they made their first senior start for Argentina before they actually had a professional start with their club.
Yeah, but I just wonder how Bielsa was I want to choose Israel. Because you've never seen him play, because I've barely seen him play. I've seen him play
almost 2, nothing to really games. Go off.
Yeah, he really. I mean, and one of those 3 games was when he came off the bench for Adan in the dreaded Marseille game, and he looked totally out of sorts. Which I mean, to be fair, it's a tough situation to be thrown into. But it looks like he couldn't collect a cross, Yeah.
But Bielsa came out and said, he goes, I chose Israel because he's good with his feet. And I was like, is he? I
don't know. How would we know? It's not like he's even playing for the B team.
I haven't watched any Uruguay games where he's played. So if someone else out there has been following Uruguay games, we have almost nothing to really go off of outside
Uruguay U23 games.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe he's playing for the under 23s, under 21s, or something like that. That makes sense.
We have nothing to really go off of.
I also have a bit of a beef with keepers that are good with their feet but shit with their hands at this point. I'm not saying that Israel's that, but I mean, he's not the best with his hands either, though. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at Onana, for example.
Well, Danny, we have a Dan who's shit at kicking, shit at catching, shit at everything else. I actually don't
know. Yeah, who's not really particularly good at anything.
The thing is, he actually has improved with his feet.
But okay, even that though, even if let's say Adan was good with his feet, I'm sure we'd be like still talking as much shit as we are.
I don't think so, because
like...
some of the games, the one against Midtjylland, he literally passed it straight to their striker.
Sure, he did do that.
I forgot about that shit.
And even Alexis Sanchez in Marseille, he literally shot it at Alexis Sanchez, and then
but how about I'm thinking of like the free.
I honestly feel like that's a consequence of him getting cockier with his feet. He's like, all right, I can like dribble around a little bit now.
He's like, I'm Manuel Neuer up. I'm big Neuer. I can do this shit. Like gets caught out.
Yeah. But other than that, rotation-wise for next game, I reckon Matheus Reis will see minutes as well. I'll probably start, I would assume, maybe 100%. Instead of Nuno Santos. I can see, because Nuno Santos is still coming back from that injury. Neto, I don't know if Neto plays.
I think
we could see one of Neto or Eduardo Quaresma as subs.
The thing is with Quaresma, he's not even making the bench.
He's like a non-factor.
I have no idea.
Complete non-factor.
But there was another center back on the bench, though. It's Neto and somebody else.
Jean Muniz has been on the bench, I think, once this season.
Yeah, he was on once.
He's played.
But not just him. There was somebody else. I can't remember now. Anyways. I guess Croatia's shit. But
well, yeah, I was gonna say we still got Saint Just, but do we still have Saint Just?
Do we actually still have to Saint
allegedly
exist?
Yeah.
We'll see. Before we move on, Danny, who is your man of the match for this game?
I'm gonna be a little different, only because I'm sure you guys are gonna pick one of the two Scandinavian
Don't pick
guys.
a Dan, man. Don't pick a
Dan. Hold on.
I'm leaving.
Shut up, bro. Never. I just also want to say, before it was popular, I loved Scandinavian guys. Matt Sundin was my hero before Leonson was.
By that?
I just want everybody to know that. I'm not jumping on the wave. You guys are. But I'm not going to give it to any of the two Scandinavian guys. Though they deserve it, I'm going to give it to Morita, because
that's a good shout. That's a good shout. I love
it. He was unreal this game. Like, he just didn't get on the score sheet with a goal or an assist, but I thought, and the progression too. I hated on Morita. I wasn't a fan of the signing, but to see not even just what he was at Santa Clara, but to see what he was even this time last year, and what he is today, it's night and day. The guy is like incredible.
He's so unlucky on that one he hits the post too, because I think he's expecting the guy in front of him. I think might have been Diamante to get the head on it.
Yeah.
And then he sees it kind of last second, and it hits his knee, hits the post, and then the goalie gets the follow up on him too.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just like little like timing was off. Like he was so close to being on the edge of glory.
Exactly. And on chances like that, you're not necessarily, you're just looking to make contact with it after like
the fact that he got two off.
So but even other than that, like the runs he's been making, winning balls in midfield, the passes he's been playing. I see Juicebox in the comments earlier hating on him a little bit.
Juicebox, smart.
I think as an 8, and I love Juicebox, low key. I love Juicebox. Yeah. But as an 8, I think he's great. Last year playing as a 6, I thought, but now that we have a 6, I'm a fan of Morita. Again, long story short, this game that he played, I thought he was immense. So my man of the match is going to Morita.
Yeah, Richard, what about you, man?
I'm gonna go with Hulman. I said Joe Ketters earlier. I'm gonna go with Hulman. I thought he had a great game, deserved a couple of goals. If we're being honest, he almost had that wicked banger. So I'm happy with him. I thought he was great. I thought he was all over the place. So I'll give it to him. I'm not gonna spend too much time on him. I thought he played fucking phenomenally.
Okay, Chris, what about you?
I'm gonna give it to Jokeres. Insane work rate. Got his goal as well. I believe an assist as well.
To Hulman.
Yes, he does have.
It's the Hulman. I mean, it's an assist. We'll count it. He was
like
the last one to
get the
touch it.
Get the assist. Same shit.
Listen, it helped me in fantasy this week. I can't wait till we bring that up. By the way, but
I'm getting ripped apart in fantasy team. I'm just glad I'm doing well predictions.
Yeah. So Jokeres.
Yeah, I'll go with Thick Vic as well. Too good, man. He's our version of Haaland, I suppose. Yeah. He just too. Maybe not the game before where he played like Trinity, but he's still there. Even still, he did not start running in that game. So I think we have to give him credit for that. Yeah, very good signing.
Let's do predictions, then do fantasy.
I was just about to say, yeah. So
I needed Moreirense to score 1, and I'm like, you bastards! I would have got so many points.
Nah, clean sheet.
I was the only one to get 3-0.
Nice.
The only one to get 3-0.
I'm now guessing Trincon to score again. He's
Yeah,
burned me twice,
when
man.
I saw that, that's bold.
I gotta move on from that.
That's like 2 weeks in a row for me too.
When I saw that prediction, Chris, I'm like, not gonna lie, that's a bold prediction.
Well, I thought he would fucking start.
No.
Speaking of bold predictions, is that Mateusz Reis? What the fuck?
I said,
Sam
I
put
was
that
like,
one in there, yeah.
To be fair, I said someone's going to score from a corner, be a defender, and it was Diamonde. Yeah. So like, I wasn't too far off.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
That should be half a point, I'd say. Like,
no. And Mateusz Reis has one banger in him. I feel like a season. He scored a few bangers for us. I feel.
No, he does. Yeah.
I was so close to getting a score, and I was pissed. Like, fuck. I knew Sam had 3-0. When I went to Philadelphia, I was like, fuck, Sam's going to get hella points this week and catch up.
Yeah, so no one guessed Hjulmand or Diamonde to score. People did guess Gyökeres, but that's only worth 1 point. And obviously, you got the win as well. But as you can see, the position, Danny and Chris in first with 10 points, Richard and Theo with 9. And I'm down the bottom with 7, but I'm clawing my way back.
Still in touching distance.
Yeah,
it's good. It's close. It's going to be really close. Like,
I don't know if you think we should do another league for Europa or just continue with this one.
I'd say just continue with this.
Yeah, we can just continue with this. Yeah.
Okay,
because that's just going to be way too much. That's going to be way too many spreadsheets.
Europa's going to be tough, though, too.
I know.
Yeah. We have no idea. Especially this week. We have no idea.
4-1, fucking shit like that.
Yeah, it could be like a 1-0 shit house. It'd be like a 5-1 demolition.
I think I'm gonna take Sam's idea from a few weeks back. I'll just say 11-0. But like every player, like 11 players down, just in case, you know.
That's how we lose 2-0.
That's how we fire.
Still a 0 point prediction.
No points for anybody.
Amrim we win, and Amrim just calls up the B team. We do a full 11-man rotation.
Thanks.
Yeah, none of the guys we predicted are even starting. Like,
we'll bring up, I guess, Danny's favorite part of the stream, which is the fantasy league, but still in second there.
Oh yeah, true.
First and second are
you were actually in the mathematical lead, but the Bosniak performance brought me back.
Yeah.
Oh nice. I left him on the bench.
16 points.
Hold on. Let me get to my 11.
He had 2 goals and an assist, I think.
A banger too.
Yeah.
One of them was a banger. Yeah.
Boavista, bro. They're looking like the real deal.
They look good.
So I ended up having a decent week. I ended up captaining Rafa, who scored. So no complaints.
Yeah. Fair enough. Very solid overall. We'll go to Danny next.
Thick Vic really helped me out this week.
Thick Vic helped everybody.
Wow,
I'm just
30 points.
My captain.
The thickest.
30 points.
Dan, you had Rafa also, so I didn't even really get that many extra.
But I had him vice captain though.
Yeah.
I got Hjulmand just in.
That's
I had a few changes.
That's huge.
The Marks from Oroka and Buzinik or whatever his name is. But I swear to God, I added him onto my 11.
I don't know what happened, though.
How did he get there?
I added him though. I added him. I swear. It's real.
I don't know if
do
you know Braga played last week? I don't know if that counted this game week. Because they played during the international.
No, that game just counted for nothing.
Yeah.
I have no Braga players.
It was just like the game of nothing,
And then in third place, you've got me. I put Paulinho as captain. For some reason, he just didn't start and he didn't score either.
Hate to see it.
Hades guy who technically scored. I need to take it to him.
Victoria's just racking up.
I thought I subbed him out, but apparently he's still there. But yeah, I feel like I need to change a lot of this team. Galeno sort of came off form, but then he just scored 2 today, so
he's back.
I think I'll keep him.
Yeah. He's back.
Yeah,
confirmed. I gotta update my team still. Like I need some maneuvers. I think I got rid of Steven Vittoria finally. I got sick of the 1 point, 2 point stinkers.
Minus
on my
team.
It's
not a minus for everybody who had him.
Abel Ruiz -1.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough.
Rough.
You got to get rid of Eustachio too, bro.
You had Team 8 points. Ricardo Batista 9 points.
You're more loyal to Canada than fucking Justin Trudeau, brother.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of Eustachio. I got rid of Vittoria already. Eustachio is my next one. I gotta see what I can do, and I might sack off Abel Ruiz.
My debate is I might drop because I have a few million left in the transfer. I might drop Rafa for Di Maria.
That's a good. I just picked up Rafa.
Man.
I
like
picked
Rafa,
up Rafa, and I feel like he's a safe option to give you consistent points.
Rafa is good until
like
he's always good until like November, then he just falls off a cliff. So I'll say if you keep him until like the new year.
But then he comes back alive in like February-ish.
February, March.
I think you need to drop Pedro Gonzalez, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's what
I might drop Pot for
12.5 million as well as a pricey player.
It's a pricey player. I might drop him.
I might drop him only because I know the moment I drop him,
he's scoring 2.
Hat trick and an assist. You know.
Yeah, he's gonna have some crazy ass game week the minute we drop him. We already know.
Yeah.
So but sometimes you gotta bite the bullet and get who's hot though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because I think that's my next one. I think I only have about 500K in the bank because I got Rafa, but getting rid of Pot and Eustachio next would save me some big cash. It'd be like 18 million in cash or almost that I would have freed up.
Underrated on fantasy is Lelu from Casapino, who I'm surprised stayed there.
Yes,
he was linked everywhere, wasn't he?
But
he was linked to us, even. Yeah,
he's linked to a lot of places.
Us to Benfica.
I like him. He's a good player.
Which is crazy. January, I'm wondering where he's going because he's gone. He has to be.
You think he's gone in January? You don't think he makes it end of the season, eh?
If he goes to Saudi, I'm not even surprised because
I think Porto would try and get him. You know, I feel like that George Sanchez they have is just not very good.
Well, they have Wendell. Wendell's not bad. I like Wendell at Porto.
Yeah, but Porto's low.
Mario at the other side.
Porto has looked shaky at the back though.
Yeah, but it's Wendell then Zaidu, and it's like they're both pretty average.
Talk shit about Zaidu and Manafa's still there too. Leave
Jean Mario for them is like always injured, can never stay fit. So it's like But yeah, we'll move on from there, and we do have one question from Twitter or X now, which is Paul Rodriguez. I'll ask Richard you this one first. Who would end up having a bigger impact on the team, Hjulmand or Gyökeres?
I think Gyökeres. That's nothing against Hjulmand. I think he's just been more of a like-for-like replacement to Ugart, who was a like-for-like replacement for Plinia, which is not to downplay it at all. I think Gyökeres, though, we needed that striker who could just fuck around and dominate. And I think you've seen the difference with just how they approach attacks, how they play, even how it's affected Paulinho's play, where he's just looked so much more confident, so much more comfortable on the ball and in transition. I think Gyökeres, just because it's really changed a lot of the dynamic on the team. Whereas Hjulmand, we already had kind of players in place that do what he did. Or did what he does.
Yeah, and I think strikers...
English is the first language to start.
So I was just going to say, I think strikers will always have a bigger impact. Not saying that like midfielders aren't important, but at the end of the day, everyone's going to see on the score sheet, Gyökeres goal. They don't really care about...
I mean, he just also brings a dynamic to our team that like I've never seen before.
What worries me, if he gets suspended... He's already on 3 yellows or 2 yellows. So if
he's getting suspended for the first derby game. I guarantee it.
I feel like we're gonna be screwed if that happens. Not to shit on Paulie or anything, but they're just so different, aren't they? They're just like two.
They look more comfortable and confident on attack with him, I think, than they do without him.
He also just creates for himself and others.
Yes,
he'll chase a ball down that other people wouldn't, like another striker wouldn't have even got to the ball. He'll fucking use his body. He'll turn. He'll take the defender on. He'll beat the defender. It's like he's just done like 5
everything
that, like, you know, like a lot of other strikers wouldn't even have gotten to the ball, and he's not only gotten to the ball, but then did like 5 other things. You know.
And to answer the second part of the question, we don't know. We don't know what's going on with St. Just.
I was going to say, Ojogo ran a report saying that the sporting medical team have no idea what's wrong with St. Just, which obviously Ojogo
Is he like? Are they? Whatchamacallit? Do we have Alonzo Ball on our hands here or what?
We might have a ball. We might have Alonzo.
He has a knee injury that's just so bad, but no one even knows what it is.
Man, 2 injuries close to my heart, man. You didn't have to do that.
I'm sorry, dude. That was like the closest comp I could think of.
No, it is pretty much pretty much the same.
I'm glad they know the medical team for Sporting knows about as much as we know. That's great.
But then again, that is Ojogo, who this year have been running. They are like usually they do run a sporting agenda, but this year it's been like
they've been hard on like non.
They were the one that first reported that Gyökeres was fat. I'm pretty sure. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how much we can believe Ojogo, but it is. I think it is a worrying situation. Any of the
tabloids, to be fair, like.
Yeah, even record has been shaky the last. I would say since that leak came with that agents portal that they had, like maybe I think in July or June.
Even before that, I found record stuff's been kind of weird.
I feel like maybe they've lost their source.
They're not getting as many scoops as they used to, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of their scoops have been very even leading to like after like the January transfer window that just passed this year has been very.
But they're still not. It's not gotten to the point where they're running like opposition articles or anything.
No,
they're just not getting leaks, I guess.
Yeah,
they're just like a neutrally existing.
They're just kind of reporting the same shit everybody else is.
Yeah, they're not doing anything the noticeable, positive, negative. They're just existing. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. This next segment was just a pretty fun one. Obviously, the new EA Sports FIFA game comes out, I think, on Friday. So we've got the full list of...
It's not called FIFA, right? What's it called? EAFC?
EAFC.
R.I.P. to FIFA. The streets will never forget.
But it's called like EA Sports Football Club. That doesn't really make sense to me. So it's always going to be
FIFA.
It's still going to be FIFA. I'm still going to instinctively call it FIFA like we still call it Twitter. Like,
are these all their ratings?
These are the top, I think, 10. So these are the top
Potts
10.
our highest ranked player?
I'd agree there, though.
I don't know if you've seen the YouTube video yet where they all react to their ratings. It's Esugo, Gyökeres, Pedro Gonçalves, and Bragança. Yeah. That is a fun video. So
we need the Gyökeres update. God damn, bro.
So next
yeah, he's not even there. Wow.
St. Juice at 7.
So Paulinho is rated higher than Gyökeres as well. Esgaio is rated the same as Gyökeres as well.
That's a generous rating.
Gonna get some crazy
so Neto and Bragança both got downgraded from, I think both were 76. So
Neto should be like a 67, bro. Let's be fucking real.
Israel got a bit of a noticeable upgrade. He went up a few points.
And in the bottom right, Fresnado is moving, but on the database it still shows him as Valladolid, but it will move when the game comes out.
And he's a 72. Okay.
But there's still a few more to go, which is the Silvers, the young players.
Hugo, I know, went up a bit.
That's a little...
Estev's got a downgrade.
What has Eduardo Enrique done in the last 2 years to get a 69?
He to be fair, he's downgraded from 72, then 71. I think now he's gone down to 69.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
This
is just like, we don't know. We'll just give you all like the same.
Yeah, like plus was 70.
Numbers out of dartport.
I couldn't believe they
Fatawa's got to be ranked higher than at least those other players there. You know,
I couldn't believe they downgraded Bragança just because he didn't play.
Yeah,
no, but that's fair though. An ACL injury. What was he before?
75 or 76. He was like he got downgraded 1.
He was 74, so
that's whatever.
Most of these are roughly the same that they were last year.
One more slide, which is just Nazinho and
Kalai.
My boy, little Nazi.
Kalai got an upgrade from a bronze.
I'm surprised he's still on the team in this case.
I don't
there's
think
no Jenny. There's no Jenny.
No, he was on the last page.
Yeah.
He was a 68.
He was, down here 68. But I think like the players like Fatal was going to be moved. This was just like the first sort of database.
This is the first, like the initial
feeler
before they
actually
do the initial.
I feel like Fatawu at Leicester is going to be like 72 in like a.
Yeah, go up. I think Jenny will go up too.
Yeah, they do a promo every year, which is like future stars, so they like boost their ratings to like 90, 80. I guarantee Fatawu
an ultimate team,
guarantee Fatawu will get one.
Leicester's I think in third right now, especially if they're like pushing for promotion. Yeah, for sure.
I don't think he's been playing though, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
maybe
he's played
had a few cameos, but
mostly.
Right?
Yeah. But I thought that was fun. So just looking through the news as well, just quickly. Esugo being watched by Barcelona apparently. Deco is apparently a huge admirer. I don't know.
That's random, but okay.
The story does say João Neves and Esugo, so it's either one of them, I think. But I feel like probably João Neves.
They're basically the same.
Spoiler alert: one of them starts, the other one doesn't even come off the bench.
Yeah.
But one of them is shit, and the other one comes off the bench. So you get it.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting. This one is, of course, another.
This one doesn't go away.
Talk about this for a second.
Go, Richard. The floor is yours. Take it away.
I was gonna let you have the floor first, but okay. What the fuck is just these American owners?
Hold on, just for audio listeners, we're talking right now about the Chelsea investing a minority.
Yeah, the alleged
or more so
rumor.
Todd Bowley.
Yeah.
So there was a rumor this week that Todd Bowley is again interested, because I believe this came out previously as well. Interested in acquiring a minority percentage of Sporting Sod. No, because they're not going to spend any fucking money on us. They're just going to send all their shitty youth players to play for us. We're going to get the guys that they don't want to fucking start that are on too much on loan.
They already have RC Strasbourg now.
Yeah. Unless he's going to actually act like a bit of a sugar daddy for the club, I have no interest in this. So he can get that.
I will say.
Well, here's the thing.
Invest in Bovista. They are literally broke. Give them some money. They're already top of the league with zero.
No, Sam. If they actually pay their players, we're fucked.
It is. I think as soon as they start paying their players, they're just gonna be like, okay, you got nothing to play for now. We're getting paid.
If Bovista's players start getting paid on time, it's Jover. It's Jover.
So basically, what I think that they are looking to do is basically how we last year, or maybe even 2 years ago, 2021 at this point, time flies and you're having fun, when we when we repurchased the VMOX from Millennium BCP Bank, and I think it was just Millennium BCP Bank, and we advanced 38 million from the NOS contract, and we got a pretty good price on the shares. So they were valued at much higher than the 38 million, and then we ended up paying we got a deal. We got a good deal. So basically, they want to do that with the Novo Banco VMOC debt, which is set to expire, I think, either this December or next December 24. So basically, we would have to do the similar type of operation where we take out a loan, advance money from the NOS payment, and then buy back our own debt. I guess in this case, instead of taking out a loan from Apollo or taking out a loan from some other financial, Zaragasta, whatever the fucking one that Zenga used to work at, we've done financial transactions with them before. We would be doing it through the Todd Bowley or whatever the fuck his private equity cut out his company. In theory, it'd have to be voted on. I mean, I'll be honest here. Do I think it's gonna happen? Maybe, probably not. I think this guy's also full of shit. He seems like a complete bozo. He will. The thing is, he will just throw money at shit. So that's why I'm not completely ruling it out.
Yeah.
But
he's got more money than Brady.
People really confidently say if the socios voted on it, they would never vote to approve this. Really? You're 100% confident in that.
Well, three sort of big sporting names in the article came out and said Bruno Mascherano, shout out to him, was
on
the
show.
podcast before.
Chega candidate.
Yeah, these guys are, I wouldn't say big names, but they're still names that people, I would assume, probably still.
They're names in the sporting sad orbit. Yeah.
That maybe the older generation will sort of follow their views more than, let's say, not ours, but Nuno Sousa or someone like that, I suppose, would be these three. But I don't think it's going to happen. I feel like it's going to be one that just keeps, it's a story that's going to keep coming back. Until,
because especially if it's December 24, I mean, we'll keep hearing this story for the next year and a half,
And the fact that Todd Bowley, he's already invested in Strasbourg, I think it is. He's probably going to invest in another club here or there.
They want to create a Man City portfolio type of a club portfolio.
They want to have the Red Bull Man City network of clubs. Essentially. They want to have a club on every continent, and maybe because Europe's so dense, a couple of clubs in the main countries, kind of thing.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's the same. But would PSG taking Braga. They invested in Braga, didn't they? Or like
Yeah.
minority stake in Braga.
They got 22% minority stake of Braga.
Which would be what that Chelsea would acquire if they were to acquire.
It's about 22%. Because PSG, when Braga unveiled their new training facilities and arena and stuff, like the not Al Khelafi or whatever, the PSG royalty guy, he was there at the unveiling with several other dignitaries of the football sphere.
Yeah, I mean, Braga are doing pretty well as well in the Champions League. Have very good players, made some solid signings, very like high reputation player signings, Font, Bruma, those type of guys.
Well, and they're consistently like in some sort of trophy hunt almost every year, whether it's usually the domestic cups, but they're still pushing for that league. I still think they will get that league title eventually. I just don't know when.
I mean, that training ground that they just broke ground on, like that could be the nicest training ground.
It's nice. It's nice.
I mean, obviously, like Alcochete and Seychelles are going to be bigger, but this will obviously be newer. So
this is a lot newer. Like I saw I watched the I think everybody in the Portuguese like English media sphere shared the drone video, and like it's a nice spot. Like the training facilities, the mini stadium for like the women's and like youth teams, the indoor like sports arena and stuff. Like it's nice, and
it's gonna be way nicer than like even like how like Ronaldo joke about like Ronaldo like bitching about like the Carrington facilities, bro. Like Braga's gonna have everything that he needs. Like when Ronaldo comes back, bro, he's going back to Braga, dude.
He's going to Braga. He's going to Portugal. He's going to Braga.
João Moutinho, Font. He's gonna join all the old boys, bro.
He's getting the band back together. Let's go.
Yeah,
like I said, that Braga team is built to win the title in 2016.
I think they're building a team
years ago.
They're building a team to like revenge the Porto Europa League loss.
Yeah. I think that was 2013. Yeah,
2013, whatever it was.
It genuinely is like when you first play Football Manager and you see all these free agents. It's like I'm gonna sign them all.
I just love that. I forget his name now. Artur Jorge was just like in the beginning of the season. We have to talk about titles, and it's only September. My boy's already like, I never talked about titles. Sounds like me, bro. Every year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we know the feeling.
Shout out Dave Pereira though.
He was good people.
Another fun little notice is that they're painting a portrait of Jose Alvalade on the stadium. It's eight floors long. RIP the tiles, but I think definitely a welcome change. I would say, and definitely. What were you going to say? Sorry,
Chris loved the tiles he put in the chat.
I did like the tiles. I am sad to see them go. I hope that they're not all gone, but I think that they are all gone.
I think they're all pretty well gone, and now they're taking my advice finally because they were all gone. But
also I understand how like the rainbow tiles could cause consternation, controversy, but the green or the white tiles with the green Leons, come on, those look good, right? Come on.
They should have auctioned that off, bro. I would have bought
it. If someone could have redesigned their bathroom, man.
Yeah.
Even though I'm renting, I would have redesigned my bathroom with that, man.
If they had, I wish they had auctioned off like a stadium chair.
I would have bought a chair. The shipping would have been a fucking nightmare on that, though.
I would have bought a fucking chair, but if anybody has a chair from one of the Alvalades, hit
because I mean they just got rid of all the fucking chairs. I mean,
yeah, I'd buy
we can easily steal a Beta Mod chair and just say it was from Alvalade. Easily.
Pretty much.
Same shit.
No, my parents are in the Beta right now. They're at the Beta Mar game this past week with my Alvalade. And they're like, "Oh, get back there next time. Go steal a couple chairs."
Did they play at the big stadium?
They play. They play the old stadium's been torn down. They play at the big one. They got all their training and stuff out there now, like all their facilities and stuff.
They built where the old stadium was. They built the hospital, like they extended the hospital there.
Yeah, they've been playing that. They were playing at the old stadium for a few years when they went right back down.
Up until last year, I believe.
Year before it was it was the COVID.
Last year, the year
COVID
before,
hit. Yeah. Because they closed it down officially like mid-COVID, I think. Was like, yeah, the stadium's done. COVID just kind of sped it up a bit.
So that's like the best shot I can see of it. I can't find one where it's completed on.
It's
I
not-
don't think
it's
it
not
is
done
completely done. I think that's what it's at, like 90%.
Yeah, it's like 90. It's like Chris said, 90% of the way there. It's not quite done yet. It'll probably be done by the end of this week.
Yeah.
The way they've been, because they moved pretty quick on that. Like,
See, I
every
would say
day-
like if you look like to the there's the yellow tiles and then there's those dark green tiles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The ones in the middle there are the white tiles with the green leon that I was
Yeah.
talking
Those
about.
are fire.
And I really like those ones specifically.
Those
Yeah.
ones are cool. Yeah. It's the yellow tiles that I don't like.
Yeah.
Yellow
Fair
tiles
enough.
they make you feel some type of way. Not the good.
And the last thing is sort of news related, I suppose, is that Sporting's third kit / CR7 jersey, which Chris is rocking today as well,
Yes.
apparently made 2.5 million euros according to records.
See,
So-
do you think that this is the gross?
Yeah, that's what I was
Or
saying.
the,
I
or
think
the
that's
net?
It must be the net.
We
I
get
think
about
that's- that's
10
what
to
news
20.
is.
We get about 10 to 20% of that.
yeah, I think it must be gross.
Yeah.
I think
feel
that's
like
the gross.
net
I think that's
should be.
gross.
Because
revenue.
otherwise, it's like, damn, bro, we sold like fucking 20 million in jerseys. Like that
Yeah.
seems crazy. Also,
Yeah. I think that's the gross.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sure.
I think this is the jersey I've seen like faked the most on like eBay. If you type in
Oh,
Sporting
fuck.
jersey or vintage, there is
eBay,
loads of them.
Etsy, everywhere. It
To be
has this
fair,
thing.
yeah, I also see news everywhere on any like little Twitter, Instagram page about football. It's always rocking. Like every
it
third
won.
post.
It won the Kid of August.
Yeah.
Probably
And,
headlines or
um,
The,
whatever.
the Sporting
headline.
official account tweeted that. for-
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is pretty
the
funny.
headlines.
And Garnacho was wearing it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy.
Making money maneuvers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like all the cool kids are buying this kit. Even if you shit on it earlier, it's all good. You can still get it.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
zero
definitely gonna
charge.
buy it. Yeah, me too.
I haven't bought it
That's
yet. I
neat.
might be tempted. I'll wait and see. But
Man, I just
haven't
can't
played
justify
quite
the
yet.
shipping still. I
It's
feel like I
the,
should have
the
bought it when I
shipping
was
is so bad. We're already poor. Like, oh please.
I
help
might have to
us.
find some guys in UK.
I mean, you could
Ian,
try
Kevin, to do
Forza Portugal. Shipping's
They'll
off.
probably have. They'll.
True.
They
No,
have
uh,
it.
for me, it cost the same shipping and it got stuck in customs. I had to pay an extra 70 euros
Oh,
on
see,
top
it
of
won't
the
be as bad for
30.
us.
That's how
30
we
euros
are
shipping.
too, man.
Devastating.
Yeah,
But I don't know if
I've
that
never, I
was-
mean,
that was a Brexit
thankfully,
thing.
I've never had that happen to me.
yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, that was like prime COVID, and that was also like Brexit as well. So I don't know.
Things were
You got the
shambolic
double whammy
at
of
the
oh,
post
shit.
office.
Oh man,
You got the
that
double
was
whammy. The post
heartbreaking.
office was on some shit.
I pretty much paid for another jersey on that import tax,
Oh,
which was
yeah,
like
it's
70
bad.
euros, man. That,
Like
that-
I said, I got like when we won the championship, I ordered a scarf for me, scarf for my like 2 scarves. That's all I ordered was 2 scarves, and the shipping alone made it cost like a fucking jersey. It was
Yeah,
I remember-
you just gotta
Gotta
get like
go off.
4 things to make it worth
That's
it.
the
I
thing. I'm like,
remember-
man, like the shipping was more expensive than the shit I bought. That's how
I remember
bad it
how
was.
hyped we were when we won the league because they finally started selling shit on Amazon. That
Yeah,
was,
they
like,
sold the
free
you
delivery.
sold
Canada.
Campione shirt on Amazon. Yeah,
And
that
we
was
were
pretty
like,
cool.
are they going to start selling kits on there? Going to start selling memorabilia? That they've not sold a
Nope.
single thing
Also,
since.
shit
No,
on
it
here,
was just that one shirt.
And we
To
couldn't
be
even-
fair, I bought like 3
in
of them.
Canada-
So
Yeah, I bought like 3 of them also. I bought a long sleeve and 2 short sleeves.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Yeah, we couldn't even fucking access it in Canada. It was only on.
And
like,
then
Amazon.
it was like Prime. It was Prime shipping. Like it was
Yeah.
silly.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prime. It's sweet.
But yeah, apart from that, let me just take you to the League of Portugal table. Bovista sitting pretty in first, man. They've been doing very well
Killing it,
in
yeah.
there so far. Sporting in second, which is really annoying that we couldn't beat Braga, man, because then we would have been alone in first place. But you know, I feel like it is what it is at this point. Porto in third as well, and Benfica in fourth, and Guimarães behind them as well. On the other side of the table, you've got Chaves, who are I feel
Shav's
like
going
getting
down. I've already
relegated.
called it. Shav's going down.
Manager
already-
sacked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
manager's that Moreno from Guimarães, or the old Guimarães coach, apparently supposed to be the next one coming in for Chaves. So I don't know. Estoril as well is a weird one because I feel like they got a good team, but you know, obviously it's still very early in the season as well.
Moreirense and Estrela de Amadora both have good teams too. They've just had hard.
I think. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they still have some time to ground it for him. I'm
Mm.
curious about the one. I'm curious about that's on our screen is Rio Ave. I'm curious about.
I'm
Same
more
with
worried about
Portimonense. Like they
Portimonense,
remember
yeah.
they were losing like every game
Yeah,
6-0.
Rio Ave and Portimonense are the ones that kind of, to me, are semi sleepers to to really go down. Like if Estrella and Moreirense like rounded some form and Rio Ave and Portimonense can't, like watch out.
Moreirense, I think, will be fine. They've already in 5 games they've played Braga, Porto, and now Sporting.
They've had all their killers right off the bat,
but they've played well. Minus
with Estrella, man. I've been impressed with Estrella.
Well, yeah.
Estrella's look good too, yeah.
But I'm worried about them at the same time because, But yeah, you're right. They played Sporting and they played Benfica, right? But I like them. I want them to stay up, but I'm worried about them. I don't know. I feel like they're too inconsistent. I'm kind of worried about Vizela. To be honest, they played well against us,
fair.
But I don't know. I'm worried that they might.
I think the only one I'm safe to say is going down right now is Chaves.
Yeah, Chaves.
That's the only one I'm 100% confident. Like I'll die on this hill, plant my flag in the ground. Say I think Chaves is going.
They keep getting smacked though. That's the problem with Chaves.
Minus 13 goal difference is crazy in September.
5 games.
If they finish with 0 points by the end of this month, by the end of September, we gotta do a weekly thing where we gotta stay on record watch. Because what's the record for least points? It's like 16 or something in the first division.
Yeah, I think it's owned by Union Leidia.
And that was when it was a 16-team league too, so you had like 4 less games. So if you tie or break that record, that's with 4 extra games.
That's legendary.
That's
the stuff of legends.
That is GOAT activities of the wrong order. But yeah, we might have to be on that watch potentially if they finish with no points at the end of this month. We need to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, most definitely. And of course, coming up on Thursday is the game versus Strompcast in the Europa League. I'm going to ask you for your predictions, but obviously you can change them until Thursday. I'll start with you, Danny. What is your prediction for the game on Thursday?
I'm going to say...
Sorry, just say away at Strompcast, because I think I said home.
Or away. Okay.
Away. And they just tied 2-2 against Salzburg at home. I'm going to say a 2-1 win. Going to be a tough one, though. The only thing I'll predict, I think I might keep this for the Excel sheet, but the only thing I'll predict is Paulinho scoring.
UEFA man. Okay.
UEFA man. That's a safe bet, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Richard, what about you, man?
2-0. Paulinho and Jokeres.
Okay. Chris, what about you, man?
2-0. Paulinho and Coates.
Oh, okay.
So Coates should have scored in.
Sam, if you don't predict Paulinho to score right now,
you know what's going to happen? We're all going to predict Paulinho, and he's not going to fucking score shit now. Watch, because we've all picked him.
I'm just saying, the president of the Paulinho
no either way, nothing will change.
Predict him to score, bro.
I was going to say, I think we'll win 4-0. And the only reason I think 4-0 is because it's not cold in Austria at the moment. It's still like normal temperatures. If we were in November or December and we were away, I'm like, yeah, we're losing because it's freezing.
If this was a January game or a February game, we'd be shitting our pants.
From what I can see, I don't know if I've got the right place, but on my phone, it says on Thursday, it'll be 24 degrees out there. So I think they should be okay. They should be.
We got Scandinavian boys, though, now, bro. They're used to the cold, man.
That's
I think
true.
if it was cold, it'd be 5-0, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll go Paulinho with a brace. I'll go
Nice.
I'll go Edwards to get one. I feel like he deserves one. And then I'll go for another centre back. I'll go for I'm sticking with my Mateus Reis prediction. I feel like he's going to score.
Okay.
And then obviously because we're playing against Rio Ave on Monday, might as well do that one as well. Do it in reverse order. So I'll go first. I'll say 2-0. Jokeres, and I'll go Jokeres brace. What about you, Chris?
Wait, say that again.
Rio Ave.
Oh, Rio Ave.
I've gone for Jokeres brace.
See, it's tough for me to not go thick Vic again because I personally think that I think he might get a little rest on Thursday. So I'm gonna go back for the score sheet. Jokeres, 3-1. Jokeres, Pot, and
I thought you said you had to stop predicting Pot, or was that?
No, I have to stop predicting Trincão. So I'm going to swap that with Pot. The other one who's like, I mean, no one's predicting Edwards goals right now.
No.
I mean, I just predicted one in the Europa League, so you never know.
That's you. You're different.
Go on, Rich. What's yours for?
This is Rio Ave at home. I'll go 3-0
at home on a Monday at 8:30. So it's 8:15. Sorry.
3-0. I'll emulate Chris. I think Jokeres with 1, Morita with 1, Pot with 1.
Okay, last but not least, Danny, what do you think, man?
I'm gonna just be humble. A 1-0 win at home on a Monday.
This will be the guy who gets all the points this week too. He's gonna get the game and he's gonna score.
I don't want thick. Yeah, let's think outside of the box.
We just saw a goal score in the Champions League. Do you want to go for
Adan. Yeah, no, not him.
Adan goal.
Adan to piss me off like 3 times.
If there was points,
if that was prediction, you'd win the league.
Yeah,
you'd win already.
Yeah, we'd all be predicting that, so we'd all be getting points. Nothing would change.
Facts. This guy breathes and we're pissed off,
Danny.
bro.
You say Nuno Santos, Danny.
Nuno Santos, yeah.
He needs to go ball. There was another shot at the Moreirense game, and I was watching Jesus Christ, brother, just go bald.
No, bro. The thing is, I think with him bald, he's gonna look even worse. I think you go turkey.
Hey, so he'll look like a cock with ears. Most bald people do.
No, but the problem is he can't even I don't see a beard on him either.
But I swear once he did have a buzz cut at one point, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But it was still the crown was just gone, bro. But I think it's better than that.
He has a lake in the back of his head.
I think it's better. It's better going buzz cutting it than pulling it over.
That's fine. He's got to do something though.
I'll be real. I think it suits him. It doesn't suit anyone other than Nuno Santos. I think just because of who he is. Yeah, because of who he is, he's just like a shithouse sort of player. It just suits him. That's But
I'm with you,
Chris. I don't know if you have any modalities news to catch us up on.
Women lost in the Supertask.
The women.
Yeah, the women lost in PKs and in the Supertask final. And handball season has started. They're 3-0.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I mean, I haven't been tweeting about modalities preseason games like Trofeo Stromp and shit like that. So if that has been saddening for you, I'm sorry. But for Modalidades, I can't cover all of their preseasons. I'll be here. I'll be here week 1 though. You can book it.
Yeah. That's the thing. Only a couple of them have actually kind of sort of started. Basketball hasn't started. Futsal hasn't started.
I'm scared for basketball this year.
Couple of interesting signings for basketball.
Yeah.
You never know until you see them playing.
Yeah.
I want to see some chess modality updates. The paintball one too.
Paintball, hell yeah.
Paintball for our boy Nuno Gabriel.
Pentacampeons.
In table tennis as well. I think that was But we'll take the trophies whenever they come. But yeah, I guess that's it. Unless you guys have anything else to mention.
Then on my end.
Cool. So we'll start signing off. You can follow Danny on social media on X there. Follow Chris there. Follow Richard there as well. And you can also follow me as well. But most importantly, make sure you follow all things Alvalade on X, all your social media platforms. But most importantly, on YouTube and where you get all your podcasts from. We are pretty much everywhere. So you'll be able to find us.
I called it X out loud for the first time 2 days ago. And I was like, damn, I just called it X. I also saw a thing that was a poll. It was 70% of users still call it Twitter. So I mean, there's 30% that are out here calling it X, though.
I feel like it must be more than that. I feel like it should be 90%.
That was just one poll.
You know who it is? It's the losers that pay for Twitter Blue.
Yeah.
I say as well. I didn't pay for it on our account. I didn't pay for it. So Sam just put it on one day.
It was worth it, honestly.
I think we made our money back, or maybe a bit less, but we were still making.
It's getting there.
Oh yeah, there.
Slowly but surely.
You can edit the typos if you catch them in the first 30 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Which usually doesn't happen.
He's like, "Fuck it, we're committed."
And then I'm like, "Oh, this post blew up," and you're just 5 people being like, "That's not how you spell that.
That's
not how it translates, man."
Yeah, that's not how it translates.
But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.